Hello everyone. Today let's learn how to make Medhu Vada using the 5-in-1 batter. Okay? This is not something we're going to take out of the batter, but this is an addition that you could try and do while you're grinding for your 5-in-1 batter. 5-in-1 batter usually has 4 cups of rice, idli rice, and 1 cup of urad dal, and about half a teaspoon of fenugreek and 4 tablespoons of cooked rice or poha. Okay, so when you are soaking urad dal for your idli batter, I have 1 cup of urad dal here that I'm going to grind to a nice fluffy paste for the idli and dosa and other items. Side by side, I would also soak half a cup. I use this standard measuring cup, half a cup if I want to make 10 to 12 Medhu Vadas. Okay, since there's just few of us at home and not everybody likes deep fried stuff, so I only make just a sample for each one to get at least 2. Okay, so it's half a cup and you'll get about 10 to 12 vadas out of it. Okay, I'm just showing you today separately, but usually if I am grinding it for Medhu Vada, I will actually blend it all together, mix it. Instead of 1, I will do 1.5 and grind it till it's nice and fluffy. But halfway through the grinding process, I will pull out at least a portion equivalent to this to make my vadas. Okay, and the rest will be mixed with the dosa idli batter. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today, and let me show you. Okay, so here I have my wet grinder. I just finished grinding for my dosa batter. I used the rice flour, so that is done. I pulled it out. Now it's the turn for urad dal. So I'm going to use it without even washing it. Nothing. You just put in your uland or urad dal. Okay. Add it like you would normally do for idli. Okay. For the 5-in-1 batter, whatever you would do the same. But in between, you'll pull it out. For urad vada, you don't need the batter to be super soft. Okay, it could be a little coarser, doesn't matter, you'll still get a great ulundu vada. Okay, in fact you'll get crunchy ulundu vada. So don't do over water, don't add extra water, just whatever you scoop in should be good, and later we will add as per needed, because you don't want your ulundu vada to soak up a lot of oil. Okay, minimum water is necessary if you don't want soggy vadas. Okay, so all my ulundu is in there. I will just check now and then and add some water and scrape down the edges. Usually I have a spatula. I just do it with that. Our urad batter is almost ready. I'm going to pull out a portion and then let the rest grind for my idli and dosa batter. So I'm going to pull out some for my vadai. Based on what I have, this is 1.5 cups, right? So I'm going to just guesstimate how much would be half a cup of urad dal that has been ground. So I'm going to take a volume that would be proportionate to half. There's just a guesstimate, and you'll get your idli, even if it's less or more, your idli and dosa will come out well, and your urad vada also will come out well. It's just the quantity that would matter. So I have some batter. I'm going to collect some more. Okay, so we will save this for our ulundu vada, and the rest we're going to snap it in place and start it again. Okay, snap it and turn it on. Let it grind for idli. Okay, the meanwhile, let me teach you how to make vadai. We have our batter for ulundu vada ready. I'm going to add about a pinch of asafoetida, and usually they will add multiple of ingredients like I have today: green chili, ginger, and some jeera, curry leaves, cilantro, and onion. Okay, half an onion. So We could go the elaborate way, or we can just do a plain simple way where we can add some asafoetida, jeera, and some black pepper with some salt and make it. Okay, that would be a simple Medhu Vada. Today I'm making a little more complicated version, but this tastes really well. But the minute you add onion to the batter, make sure you finish it all and cook it right away. Okay, you don't want to store it, otherwise the onion will start releasing water and make your vadas very soggy. Okay, even if it happens, add a tablespoon of rice flour and that should solve your problem. But I would recommend that the minute you add salt and onion to your batter, the salt will make the onion sweat, okay, and release water, so it will make it very soggy, and you don't want oil being soaked up. Okay, let's turn on our stove, and I have some canola oil that we'll pour into the pan. You could use any oil, but right now I have canola oil. People swear by peanut oil. Just pour sufficient quantity because we're making a very small batch of ulundu vada. You don't want to waste it. Okay, so I'm going to add everything but salt. Once I mix up all the other ingredients, I will add the salt, otherwise the vada will start releasing water. I added all my other ingredients. I'm just going to wait for my oil to heat up. In the meanwhile, I'll have a place for the vadas to go once I fry them. Okay, have a paper lined kind of a vented colander, so you can drop all your vadais once they are done. And also keep a bowl of water ready. So each time you put the vada in the oil, you need to dampen your hands so the vada will slide out of it. You don't need a polythene paper or a wax paper to put and pat it out. I'll show you how to do a one hand method, which is a very beautiful way that my husband taught me once when we were, in the beginning of the marriage, and he just blew my mind because I was doing it all wrong, and he said, "Oh, this is very simple, let me show you how to do it with one single hand." And it really blew my mind. So I'm going to teach you that technique. And also, a quality urad dal matters for a nice ulundu vada. Okay, so try different brands of ulundu and see what works well. It should be nice and fluffy and frothy when you make the batter, okay, with minimal water, of course. And also make sure, if you're doing the same thing in the mixie or a grinder, like the Ninja or the Vitamix, they make excellent batters as well. You could use the same, but just portion out your water spoon by spoon, okay, so it doesn't get too soggy or loose for that matter. And also, if you're making sambar vadai or curd vadai, you can just do the simple vada with the jeera and black pepper and asafoetida salt. Okay, you don't need to do this elaborate version. This is to have with the chutney, okay, and sometimes maybe sambar as well. Okay, but other than that, this is a little elaborate because I just want to eat it with some nice coconut chutney, and it'll be a nice snack for an evening. Okay, so please do try, and of course all the tips that I gave you should be useful. Okay, let's get frying our vadais. I added my salt. Now I'm going to get mixing because my oil is almost hot. So if at all you add salt and everything in the beginning, make sure you hasten up your process and make the vadais really quick. Otherwise you're going to have vadais which are soggy with oil. So our batter is ready. You're going to wet your hands, okay? Always wet your hands. Scoop a little bit. See how it's like almost non-stick in your hand, and make a hole and dunk it in the oil. Simple, right? How it floats. So let's do another one. Take some batter and make a hole. Again, wet your hands. Take a ball of dough batter and make a hole. Simple, right? No need to have a paper and mess with both hands and still not have your shapes coming proper. Okay, very simple. You can make as big as you want or small as you want. I'm just making bigger ones. But if you're feeding a crowd, do a small one. See how the batter is getting loose because of the onion. Okay, that's why in the hotels and all you won't find Medhu Vada with onions, because they don't want their soggy vadais. So now we'll just wait. Don't disturb it yet. We'll just wait and flip it. Our beautiful vadais are cooking. This one looks like has some color. I'm going to flip it. When you use the fresh batter, you get nice crunchy coating. Okay, don't ever let the batter sit in the fridge for days and then do it. Then you'll have soggy vadais which are not crisp. Okay, the trick to beautiful vadais is making the batter and frying them right away. So time it all well. And of course, if you put it in the fridge, add some rice flour to make it nice and crisp, and avoid adding onion when you mix the batter. So let's wait for it to catch color on the other side and pull it out. While you make your vadas, make sure you have them on medium high, not too high that you would burn the outside and the inside will not get cooked. Our next batch is also done. Don't fry them too brown. Drain the oil before you put it on the pan, and try to eat it nice and hot. And if at all you're going to reheat it for another day, put it in the air fryer. It will crisp up very well. Okay, so vada is done. I'm going to show you how it is. It's crunchy on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. Okay, please do try, and I'm going to enjoy a bite. Wow, that is good. You guys have to try it. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.